everyone, I'm Ashlyn. I'm here in my sister's awesome garage to share with you a short lower body release sequence that you can do after a long day at work. It's great for runners or cyclists. This is a good go-to if you just need to reset from the feet to your hips. So we'll get started. Before we do, you might need a couple things today. So I have a yoga block here. It's not that important if you don't need one, or if you don't have one, don't worry about it. But you will want some sort of strap. So you can use something like a dog leash, a yoga strap, or I'm using my rope flow rope today because I don't know where my sister keeps her yoga belt. And at any point during this video, 2 dogs might run in here and take over the show. So just bear with me if that happens. Go find your props. If you need to pause the video, that's fine, and then come back and join me on your mat or on the floor. We're going to start with a toe stretch, and this can be quite intense. I'm not going to lie. I recently broke my ankle. Well, in the fall, I broke my ankle, and I'm still getting back some mobility. So I feel this one for sure. So a couple of things you might want to do to set up for this stretch. We're actually going to sit just like I am right now with the toes tucked under. But for me, this is quite uncomfortable, especially for my left ankle that's still healing. So I'm actually going to take my yoga block and place it underneath my knees to elevate my knees. You could also roll up the edge of your yoga mat, or you could put a blanket or a pillow underneath your knees to elevate. And what we want to make sure that we're doing is that we're not just ripping our toes off of our feet, but we can actually feel that the balls of the feet, so our padding, the padding of the feet, is still on the ground. If possible, knees together, ankles together. So try not to let them splay out. And we've already been sitting here for a while. So just take one more breath. And then we'll release that. So if you do have something underneath your knees, set it to the side. We'll come into a kneeling position, and we'll keep the right foot long behind us. So the top of that right foot is on the floor, but the left foot is going to come forward. And from here, we'll bring the left heel back as close as we can towards our hip without letting the left heel come off the floor. And again, this is my sad ankle, so you will see I do not have a lot of movement here. Bring your belly, your chest forward on top of the thigh, and allow yourself to lean forward into this stretch. And the first few moments, I actually like to come a little bit in and out of it. And at the same time, I'm pressing actively down through my right foot. So I'm staying a little bit active. Then we'll come forward and just let the body weight add a little bit extra pressure, and take a couple breaths. All right, we'll release. Top of the left foot will come to the floor, and we'll switch sides. So the right foot comes forward. Bring your right heel back as far as you can towards your hip without letting the heel come off the floor. And then maybe you rock forward and back, in and out of that. Then let your body weight lean forward into your thigh. Let the knee go forward of the toes. And then take a breath. Good. Release that. Grab your yoga block if you have one. If you have 2, great. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. We'll bring our right foot forward between our palms. And we're going to take a longish lunge. So this is sort of similar to a yoga lunge with the right knee over the right ankle. Now, the blocks are tools to help lift the ground to you. So if the ground is feeling far away, then you'll take your hand to your yoga block. If you don't have a block, fingers to the floor. Okay, so from here, let the chest lift. So take an inhale. And then as you exhale, we'll walk our hands back and start to straighten our right leg into a hamstring and calf stretch. So we'll stay here as we inhale. And then exhale to come forward. Good. Let the chest lift. Press your back foot into the floor as you inhale. And then exhale, go back into that half split. And it's okay if the knee is staying bent. Okay, stay here. Take an inhale. And then exhale, come forward. One more time. We'll inhale here, press that back foot down. And then exhale, come back into your half split position. Okay, so we're gonna hold this a little bit longer than what we have been doing. I want you to put a little bend into your right knee, or a big bend if you need the knee bent, especially I know if you're a runner, hamstrings are gonna be really tight here. So we have this bend in our knee. We'll press the right heel into the ground. So even though you're not moving, create the action of pressing the heel into the floor and hug it back slightly. So it won't actually move, but you'll feel, or you should feel, the back of the leg, the muscles engaging in the stretched position. So we're not staying completely passive, we're actually creating a little bit of strength here. And then maybe you start to straighten your right leg. If not, don't worry about it. Good. Maintain the action of pressing down and hugging back. One more breath. And then we'll come forward. And as you come forward, bring your right foot nice and wide. So in yoga, we call this lizard lunge. I like to turn the ball of my right foot off the edge of my yoga mat, so my knee is out at about a 45-degree angle. And then here, we'll place the hands on the floor. Maybe they're still on those yoga blocks. Okay. So this can be quite a nice position as well. I guess nice is subjective, so you might not be enjoying this. But we're going to change this position a little bit by tucking the back toes under, lift the back knee up, and then press the floor away from you with your right foot. Lift that left thigh a little bit. Bring your right hand to the back of your right head, your only head, and then inhale, open up. Good. As you exhale, bring your elbow towards your left forearm. So you're rounding, you're curling here. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, peel the chest open, look towards the right. Stay here, inhale. Exhale as you curl. Good, stay here, inhale. And then exhale, open up. Good, one more time. Hold here for the inhale. And then exhale, release, right hand comes to the floor. Drop the back knee down. Take that right knee back behind you and do a little sway with the hips. Good, step your left foot forward. Maybe you grab your yoga block again. This is a nice long stance in our low lunge. Press the top of the right foot into the floor. So keep that back leg nice and active. And then lengthen the chest. Inhale. Exhale as you straighten your front leg. Doesn't have to be all the way straight. Take an inhale. Exhale, come forward. Good. Lift the chest. Inhale, press that back foot down. Exhale as you walk back into half splits. Hold here, inhale. Exhale, come forward. Good. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, walk it back into your half splits. And then here we're holding. Put a bend into your left knee. My knee is bent already, that's fine. Press your left heel into the floor and create the action of hugging it back. So you're engaging the back of the leg in this stretched position. Good, notice just how that changes the feedback of this stretch. And take another breath. Good, then come forward and we'll find our lizard lunge position. So the left foot's gonna move nice and wide. I like to bring it wider than the shoulder, foot turns slightly out at a 45-degree. We'll hold here for a moment, let the chest lift, press the feet into the floor, and then curl the back toes under, lift that back knee up, and instead of sinking into this position, base yourself with that left foot. So press the floor away, let the hips lift. Our right hand stays on the floor, our left hand comes behind the head, and as you inhale, you're opening up into a nice twist. Then exhale to bring the elbow towards your right forearm. It's okay if it doesn't touch it. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Open up. Stay here as you inhale. And exhale to round. Stay here for the inhale. Exhale, open up. Good. Inhale here. And then release. Left hand comes back to the floor. Bring the right knee down, left knee back to meet it. Do a little sway from side to side. We're going to come up to a high kneeling position and bring the right foot forward. So now we're creating a shorter lunge. This is much more boxy than the first lunge that we did. And this is so that we can get a little more into the quads and the hip flexors. So we want our back thigh, left thigh, to start in a vertical position. And I do apologize, if your knees are a little sensitive, you might want to grab a blanket to pad your knee, or fold the edge of your yoga mat and place your left knee on top. From here, once you have this boxy stance with a 90-degree angle on your right knee and the left thigh vertical, create the action of tucking the tailbone slightly under. So we don't want the hips to be tilted forward. We want to create a slight posterior tuck in the pelvis. From here, drop the ribs slightly down. Hands can come to your right thigh. Press your back foot into the floor and come forward as one unit. So torso, pelvis forward, and then back. Okay. So as you come forward, try not to collapse into the hips. We're keeping that slight dropping of the tailbone, and you will feel this in your quads, right? Hip flexors feel this. Good. Come back out. We'll take our right foot to the right about 45 degrees. It's going to come off of the edge of the mat. And then I will go towards that direction. So let the knee move towards the toes. Check in with your pelvis. Did you lose that position? So slight dropping of the tailbone. And the legs are very active, so the feet press into the floor as we do this. So now we feel this a little more in our adductors and our inner thighs. All right, and now our right foot is going to move all the way to the right. So the heel of the right foot and the left knee are in one line. This is kind of like a warrior two position. If you do yoga, only you're on your left knee. So I'll turn sideways so you can see. We go all the way out and back. And we have some friends joining us. And their paws are very muddy. So we'll deal with that later. Bless you, Becky. All right. We're going to switch sides. So we'll bring our right knee towards the floor. Good. You're setting yourself back up with your left foot in front of you. So you're moving the padding. If you had padding under your left knee, you're moving it under your right knee. We create that boxy lunge with our right thigh vertical. Slight action of dropping the tailbone down. Oh my goodness, what did you do? And then we shift forward. Good, and back. Ribs stay down too. Don't let everything flare. I know that's what we want. We think that's going to create a deeper stretch. It's not for the purpose of this movement. All right, so slight tuck in the tailbone. Good. Then take your left foot out at that 45. So left foot and left knee out at that 45. We'll go out to the side. Stay where you are. I'm just going to turn so you can see. Good. Well, you can see Finn now. And then we'll take our left foot out completely to the left so that our heel and our knee are in alignment. And we go in and out a couple times. So again, feeling this more in our adductors now, still dropping the tailbone down. All right, we'll come back up. Let the knees come back underneath you, right, facing the top of the mat if you weren't already. And then from here, we're actually gonna, sorry, I told you wrong. We're gonna use the wide side of the mat. So for you, you'll sit facing the long side of your mat, or if you're not on a mat, then it doesn't matter. We're gonna do a couple of 90-90 rotations in the hips. So the feet face away from you. We wanna make sure that our ankles and our knees are in kind of alignment here as much as possible. Let's bring our left knee in and turn towards the right. So our 90-90 position is called that because we have a 90-degree angle in our right knee. Our left knee is in line with our left hip. We have a 90-degree angle in that back knee as well. So at first, if your hips are tight, you might need to take the hands behind you as you rotate to the other side. We'll see if we can lift the hands. If not, that's okay. They're staying on the floor. Hands come back behind you as you rotate back towards that right leg. And if possible, do a little lean. Good. We'll keep rotating here a couple times. If you can, test yourself. Do this without the help of the hands. Sometimes you do a little shimmy forward. Good. And then the next time you're over on the right side, we're going to stay there. So no rush, take your time. Make sure you have those two 90-degree angles. And then bring your hands nice and wide, like pretty wide, wider than the shoulders. And allow your chest to hinge forward. So we're not rounding, we're staying nice and long and allowing for a little bit of a hinge. Okay. Now, instead of staying relaxed in the lower body, imagine you're trying to press the floor away with your right shin. So create a little bit of energy here. At the same time, can you press the inner left thigh or the inner left knee into the floor? Don't hold your breath. Good. And then we'll switch nice and slow, come up and go to the left side. So our hands go really wide. I'm laughing because I see the amount of mud that is on my sister's pants that I borrowed without asking her. And we're breathing. And press that left leg into the floor, that inner right leg into the floor. I'm supposed to be watching the dogs, but somehow they got into the mud when I wasn't watching them. So we'll come back up. And then from here, now you will turn towards the short side of your mat. And guess what? We get to lay down. But before you do, grab your belt, your yoga strap, your dog leash, a resistance band, something, because you will want it. If you have a yoga block, you can bring it with you. Those of you who are tighter in your neck and shoulders, you might want to put your head on a block or on a pillow. But if not, don't worry about it. I'm going to because my neck is tight. So we'll lay all the way down onto the back. Have your belt handy. Make sure you feel nice and comfortable. And then bring right knee towards the chest, left leg comes long. I'll take your strap or your belt to your right foot and let the right leg come up into the air. Now I want your right leg to be straight, but it doesn't mean it has to be vertical. So your leg might be a little bit lower if you're a little tighter in your hamstrings. Right. From here, both hands can be holding onto the belt or each side of the belt or your rope. And then press your left heel into the floor. So keep the left leg nice and active. Bring the strap into your right hand completely. I like to place my left hand on my left thigh to help keep it grounded. And we'll open our right leg out towards the right. Notice how the body wants to roll a little bit. So what you can do is bend your right elbow, let it be a base on the floor next to you. And that makes this slightly less challenging. Good. Use your breath here. We'll come back to center. Right leg comes up. Now grab hold of your strap with your left hand. Let your right leg come across the body just a little bit. It's okay if the right hip lifts up a tiny bit, but you're not moving into a full twist. And then we'll come back to center. Bend your right knee. Take the strap off your foot somehow. It's stuck. And then place your right foot on top of your left thigh. Good. Reach your right arm open. Left hand holds the outside of the thigh and we roll into our twist. Please don't pull too much on your body. Just let your hand be a little bit of weight and then breathe. Good. Come back to center. Give your right knee a little squeeze in. And we'll let the right leg come long. Find your strap. Take it to the left foot. The left leg comes up. Right leg is long and the right leg stays active. Both hands can hold on to the rope or onto the belt. And then bring the left hand or the strap completely into the left hand. Open the left leg. Again, I like to place my right hand on my right hip. And hopefully the bottom of my right or my left foot is not too dirty right now. Good. We'll come back up to center. Right hand holds the strap. Take your left leg across the body a little bit. It's okay if the left outer hip comes off the floor, but we're not moving into that full twist yet. Good. Come back to center. Release your strap or your yoga belt. Set it to the side. Left foot comes to the top of the right thigh or the knee. Left arm opens up. And the right hand's going to guide our leg across the body into our twist. Good. Take a deep breath here. Come all the way back to center. Squeeze the left knee into the chest and the right knee to meet it. Do a little rock from side to side. You can lay down here for a couple of minutes, do a short meditation or just chill. But if you're ready to be done, you can rock and roll up to seated. Thanks so much for joining. I hope that you enjoy. I hope that you feel good. Have a wonderful rest of your day.